Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day 4 here on Expert Greengrass, and we are struggling, but we're also chugging along. So let's see what we can get up to. We got 657 sneaky snacking from our beautiful Ninetales, and maybe we can get some skill triggers from our gorgeous Gardevoir. Yes, there's that one. That's a good start to the day. Very nice. Maybe that means good things are on the way. We'll see. We got, only 2 oil, but that's okay. We got like 15 overnight, so, you know, it's not terrible. We have enough for breakfast. That's what really matters. We got Dugtrio on the team, trying to get some tomatoes and some figgy berries. I did kind of notice that with Dugtrio getting the 10% frequency boost for having the main favorite berry, actually was bringing in more tomatoes than Luxray was. So, you know, Luxray has the 10% debuff for not having a favored berry. So, with that 25% difference in frequency, actually getting more tomatoes from Dugtrio. So, Dugtrio's on the team for now. Meowscarada, though, bringing in plenty of potatoes. Not as many as I'd hoped. I was hoping for more, but that's at least a full meal's worth. I was hoping we could take Meowscarada off the team already, but not quite yet. We did get some more Vulpix candies, which was very nice, and no Dedenne or anything on the team. Sad day, but tons of candies and a little bit of corn. Very good. Those candies are worth quite a bit, 219. We haven't even broke 1,000,000 yet, and we're already on day 4. What is happening? All right, Greengrass. We did get an extra tasty for dinner last night at like 30% odds, so, you know, not too bad. I would love to get another extra tasty right now if we could. Gonna hold on to that sausage, though. We can use that. We can use this cocoa right now, but we could use that sausage for coffee dress salad if we ever get any more pot expansions, or at the very least, on Sunday. So, you know, that way I don't have to collect them again, because it was kind of a pain to collect them. We did get 36,945 for this one, which is, you know, pretty standard. That's what we've been getting all week. That 0% area bonus definitely being felt, but it is what it is. So, there's nothing we can do about it except continue on. Press on and see if maybe that's enough to get to base or grade 4. No, it's not. Yikes. Oh man, this week is this is a humbling week for me. It's humbling, but we got 200 sleep points. It's going to put us at a grand total of 3,998. And for our daily lottery, we can pick up something special to go along with the fact that new moon bundles are available. We got our small handy candy. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Let's see what we can get up to with these sleep report shenanigans. Maybe we can get another decent amount of dream shards. We got 10K yesterday, which was pretty good for a Wednesday. Let's see what we can do on a Thursday. Maybe we can get 15K. That'd be pretty nice. Don't want to set my expectations too high, but, you know, definitely would not complain about 15K dream shards. 9 hours and 11 minutes of sleep. That's looking pretty snoozy, my guy. That's looking a lot snoozy. Very, very snoozy. Okay, well, we got snoozy on the Expert Greengrass, which is good. We've had slumbering the last 2 days, so we get to see something a little different today. See what snoozy can bring us. 57.8 million drowsy power with 1 3-star. Okay, I mean, we got 7 spawns. That's a good start. That's a very good start. Cool, cool, cool. That's a Slacking. That's a Growlithe. That's a Palmy, I think. I think that's a Palmy. I see... Is that Flaffy? Yeah, it's Flaffy. Okay. So no new sleep styles yet again, but we got a Slacking, Palmy, Tumorreap, a Growlithe, another Slackoth. Oh, I said Slacking before, didn't I? Whoopsies. Slackoth and a Meowth. Okay. Well, there's definitely something I'm trying to catch here out of these. With any luck, he'll be hungry, and we won't have to use any more than just the premium biscuit. That would be nice. No one's hungry. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Well, you know what? Let's see if we can get lucky and get a big hit. And then we don't need the premium or the regular Poke Biscuit. That would be fantastic. No, no big hit. No big hit today. He's so cute though. I forgot it defaults to Poke Biscuits. I didn't have to change it myself. Well, let's give him his Poke Biscuit. We'll move on. I technically could use a Vigoroth candidate Slackoth. I'm pretty sure. Wait, it's been so long since we've looked at the Slackoth I caught. I'm pretty sure I have a good slacking candidate, but I need a Vigoroth candidate for the berries. But I don't remember. I'll have to actually go look at that. But out of everything here, that is all I want to catch. So we're going to move on. And like I said, with yesterday, I believe it was, with the triple type week and the legendary beasts coming up, I don't really want to spend too much. Is that? Yep, he's snacking. He's snacking on something. That's cute. I don't want to spend too many biscuits. I want to try to save as many as I can, but we're definitely going to send out that Palmy candy to help people out with the healers. It's going to be good stuff, especially if you get electric type berries on your expert mode. It's going to help out quite a lot on them healers, because Gardevoir has actually been doing kind of well, but not well enough. We did get 6,148 research XP and 7,765 dream shards for a grand total of, you know, about 13.8k, 13.9k dream shards. So not bad, not quite 15, but close enough for me. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's check and see what this Palmy is all about. Maybe this will be the one, level 16 and relaxed. Uh-oh. Welp, maybe not. ABC, that's fine with me. And we've got energy recovery bonus. Not great, not great. Inventory is nice, but Ingredient Finder M, not so nice. Skill Trigger S, definitely where we don't want it to be, and the same with Skill Trigger M, which is fine though. Relaxed is not fantastic. Double energy recovery, that's kind of funny. Okay. Double energy recovery bonus, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. But this is definitely not going to hit the 5 at 50 that we're looking for with this kind of setup. No, 3.3, very far, very, very far from the 5 at 50 we're looking for. So, you know what that means. You know what that means. We're going to send this one to live with the professor, and we're going to move on because we got some things to talk about today. We'll get into that a little bit later before I jump the gun. We got some stuff to talk about. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's see if we got any new news. I think I saw that we had something. I doubt it was a medal. I doubt it was a medal. It might. Oh, maybe it was a medal. Okay. I thought we had new news already, but I figured it was going to be something small like, oh, we had a tiny update yesterday or something like that. But no, apparently not. We got a medal. It was for... What did we get this for? How many times helper Pokemon have used main skills? 7,000 times? Wow, only 7,000? Feels like it should be a lot higher than that. A recovery instance? Okay. Sure. Okay, sure thing, game. Sure thing. Anyway, let's grab our community reports. That's going to be far more interesting. We've got 35 of them. Very nice with, ooh, shiny Raikou. Very nice. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 that doubled up out of 35. Almost a third, but not too bad. Hey, Azor, we got to level 1. Nice. Lufox, level 1. And 2 more small handy candies. Good, good, good. That means there should be 1 or 2 more level ups coming up very soon. Not too bad, not too bad. Potatoes? Nope, just a wiki berry. Just a wiki berry. However, let's go ahead and check and see what's up with the team. Let's make some changes if need be. Toxicroak is definitely going to stay on the team. Same with Masquerada. And definitely Dugtrio. Corn-wise, we're doing all right. I can swap in Beware later on. I did put Beware on the team overnight. Got 35 corn, I think. Something like that. A really good amount. Sunday's looking rough. The only thing we have a decent amount of is sausage. We got enough for 2 meals, but the rest is kind of rough. We need to start getting ready for Sunday because that's only a couple days away. So that'll be fun. But for now, I don't think we're gonna make any changes. We need everything. We need everything here. Corn, we are getting a little bit of corn here and there from Ninetales, so I'm not super worried about that yet. I can always throw Beware on the team around like 8 or 9 o'clock. Get a couple hours of that extra corn. Plus Gardevoir is bringing in some corn too. So Beware has a little bit of help this week between the two of them. But we definitely need the rest. Definitely need the rest. I'm honestly thinking about putting Golem back on the team instead of Masquerada. But I still feel like Meowscarada is vastly outperforming Golem, even with the 25% difference in frequency speed between the two of them. So yeah, I think we're gonna leave the team as is for right now. I think that's what we're gonna do. Hopefully we can get all of the potatoes we need soon and get Meowscarada off the team. Also, the game for a second there was very far behind. It's responding in time now, but let's go. Something's weird, but it's my game. It's not yours. It's mine. Anyway, yeah, I think we're just gonna chill as is. I don't think we're gonna make any changes to the team. We need the ingredients. Ninetales is definitely putting in a lot of good work for us. As early as it is in terms of the area bonus, I really kind of feel like next time I do this, it might be better to focus on a berry gathering team if we get berries that allow us to do that, because this has been kind of rough on the cooking front. I think the only thing saving me is the fact that I have some level 50 and 50 plus ingredient finders that are bringing me exactly what I need, plus getting lucky enough that I got the 2.4 times berry bonus. I mean, even Toxicroak, who's 47 and is getting that 15% debuff on frequency speed, is keeping up with Oil. I mean, we're running a little behind, but I haven't missed out on a meal yet because we haven't had Oil, which is really surprising, but also very good. Very good. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking maybe next time is berries, berry specialists, especially if I get good favored berries, because this has been rough this week, and I feel like cooking doesn't really start to shine until you get higher area bonuses, especially with the extra tasties. That's where it really starts to shine. But yeah, we're just kind of stuck where we're at. But for now, there's not much we can do other than talk about the thing I wanted to talk about today. I saw a lot of comments in yesterday's video about people who have either started playing after we got the beasts or started playing around the time we first got the beasts, and so they're not really too sure which ones to go after and what kind of sub skills to look for. So I wanted to talk about that today, and we're going to start off by checking out all three of the beasts in their perfect form according to Raenon. So we are going to look at that real quick. We've got perfect is, according to Raenon, helping speed, skill trigger, and inventory in that order, with a careful nature, but you could substitute any main skill chance up nature pretty much, other than speed of help down. That would be the worst one out of the four that you could get, but careful is what you're really looking for. That said, if you look down here, right next to my big stupid face, all of them trigger about the same with those skills in particular. So 3.55 for Raikou, 3.72 for Entei, and 3.76 for Suicune. They're all about the same on number of average skill triggers per day. Keep in mind too, they're all the same main skill except whatever type they are. So they all have the same helping bonus skill, Helper Boost, which we can go take a look-see doodles at that real quick. So Helper Boost instantly gets you X the number of usual help from all Pokemon on your team, and if you have Pokemon of different species that are of the same type of the beast you have on the team, then it gets buffed. So if you only have Suicune on the team, for example, and no other water types, you get 5 times the usual help from all Pokemon on the team. If your team is full of five water types that are all different species, which can be of the same line, so you could have Squirtle, Wartortle, and Blastoise all on the team, but 2 Blastoise won't count. They will only count as 1, but if you have all 3 of them, they all count separately. And then a Feraligatr on the team, just to round out a water type team. If you have all 5, then you get 11 total because it adds 6. So that's how they work, and it's the same thing for Raikou and Entei, just electric and fire type respectively. So it really depends on which Pokemon you have that you have caught that can work very synergistically with the beasts. Because if you're in the same boat as me and you don't really have the strongest fire type Pokemon, catching a really good Entei doesn't help as much, other than the fact that it's easier to hunt the fire types to go along with Entei than it is to hunt Entei himself. So it really depends on the Pokemon you have and or the Pokemon you want to go catch. Also depends on where you want to go. They're all useful in their own ways if you're going to particular islands. For example, if you know you're going to the beach, you can use Suicune to set up an overstacking team to start your week off with a ton of berries, or to just help out on the beach if you're using a lot of water types. Same thing with Raikou for OGPP. If you know you're going to OGPP, you can run an overstacking team and get ready for that. Or if you know that we have an event coming up that has a set favored berry on green grass, you can use that as well. We know that we're going to have fire, water, and electric berries for triple type week. You could use any of these to set up an overstacking team to get ready for that. So I wouldn't say that there is particularly one best beast to hunt. They're all pretty similar, and it just depends on the Pokemon you have and the Pokemon you can pair up with it. Me, personally, I have really good electric Pokemon that I could pair up with Raikou to make a really good overstacking electric team, so I might do that, but my Suicune is technically my best of the three beasts. So there is that. And even though my Suicune does not have the quote-unquote perfect skills according to Raenon, it's still, according to Raenon, is a 99 PR. I did run the calculation again. I did not mean to click on Cramorant, you silly goose. I meant to scroll down and find my Suicune. There it is. I did run this calculation again. Here it is. But if you take a look at 50, mine is 3.2 versus 3.7. So still pretty good. And this is perfect. This is where I got the perfect sub-skills and nature from, was from right here on this Rate My Pokemon screen. Mine is pretty good. Can be better, because I kind of disagree with 99, because Helping Speed S is there, and it's not Helping Speed M. But once I get it to 50, I can give it Helping Speed M, and that'll be really good. It'll be really good. So, yeah, we could do that. However, the reason I wanted to show you this was to show you that you don't necessarily need perfect when you're hunting the beasts. For one, the beasts are really hard to catch in the first place. They're really hard to find, and then they're going to be hard to catch. Unless you're just chunking Master Biscuits, which I think most of us don't have enough Master Biscuits to just be constantly chunking them. So keep that in mind, that you don't need perfect. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Mine is not perfect, but it is good enough. And that's, I think that's something we could all carry forward in a lot of aspects, but that's the reason I bring this one up, is to show that it doesn't have to be perfect. That said, for those of you that are curious, my Entei is actually the first Entei I ever caught. It was the best one I caught. So these are going to be the sub-skills and nature that you will have on the first beast that you catch. Whether it's Raikou, Entei, or Suicune, doesn't matter. They're all the same. I believe they are all the same, if I remember correctly. If not, somebody in the comments correct me, and then check the comments below. But I believe they all had the exact same sub-skills the first time we caught them, because they all have the same main skill. So this is what you're looking forward to. It's not terrible. It does have sleep XP bonus, which does help you grow it, because legendaries take a lot of XP to grow. But it's not the best sub-skills that we want. It will be really good by the time it gets to level 100, and by the time you put in the 3 sub-skill seeds to max out those uninvested sub-skills. It will be pretty good. For, you know what, let's just go ahead and pull this guy up, and then we can see exactly how good it will be, just to give you an idea of what you're looking at, because for some people, this may be good enough. Let's see. Let's go ahead and max that out, and let's max these out. So at level 50, we are looking at 2.5 versus 3.7, which it's a difference of 1 per day. It's up to you if that's enough of a difference that you want to hunt more. I personally want to hunt more because I want a better one that I don't necessarily need to invest all of these in. Honestly, the nature is what kind of does it for me. If it would have had even if it wasn't main skill chance up, if it was speed of help up, if we'd have had a lonely nature. Oh, well, apparently that doesn't change anything somehow. Don't know how that doesn't change anything for you. That doesn't make any sense. Am I overestimating? You know what? Let's go with adamant. Yeah, 2.73. I guess speed of help doesn't help as much as I thought it would. It's exactly 1 instead of 1.2, but it still would help. So that's the reason I don't keep the first ones, because they're just kind of mid. You can find better. This is, I think, the 3rd or 4th Raikou I caught. And that's not the one I caught. What am I talking about? That's the perfect one. Let's look at the one I caught. Blah, blah, blah. Blah. There it is. This is the 3rd or 4th one I caught, and will be significantly better once I invest 2 sub-skill seeds into it. Still neutral nature, but at least it's got some speed early on that we can actually take advantage of, so that's good. However, I am still considering hunting a better one. I have invested in this one a little bit in terms of candies and dream shards, but the more I look at it, the more I kind of want to hunt a better one. But I definitely want to catch a better Entei first. Entei, kind of the one I want to look for. Let's see, at level 50, you are looking pretty good. Yeah, 2.4 with, let's max it out. Max it out. Yeah, 2.7. So only 0.8 away from perfect. So it's decent, but it's just hard to catch a Raikou in the first place. So that's why I kind of was settling on it, but now I'm thinking about maybe catching another one. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. I'm here to show you what you can expect on your first one, and that's going to be the Entei that I have on screen right here on the right. So this is what you're looking for, or what you're going to get on the first one you catch. The first beast you catch is all this right here. Again, decent, not great. Will be decent once you get it at a higher level, but you could catch better. That's why I suggest use a Master Biscuit to catch the first one, because at least then you're not gambling. You know exactly what you're going to get for that Master Biscuit, and then you can start hunting other ones beyond that that are going to have random things that could be really good. Could be really bad, but they could be really good. Keep that in mind, that it's not guaranteed to be better when you catch the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th one, but it could be. So that's up to you. But I just wanted to let everybody know what you were looking forward to with all of this stuff going on with the beast, because like I said, I did see a lot of comments on yesterday's video asking questions about it. Hopefully I've answered them all. If not, drop some comments in there and we will talk about it again tomorrow, or if it's something quick and simple, I can answer it in the comments as well. But like I said, hopefully that helped. And hopefully we can wrap things up with some good news. No, that's a chesto berry. That's not what we're looking for. That's not the good news. That's a wiki berry. Tomatoes? Nope, those are figgy berries. Those are mago berries. No good news to end the video on. We did not get any skill triggers or ingredients that we need, but you know what? It is what it is. Actually, one thing I want to check is how close I am to the sleep time. Okay, so we'll get it tomorrow night for those two. Maybe, ooh, actually, no, I don't know that I have a ground type on the team right now because I took Marowak off to put in Beware to get some corn. Yeah, might have to purposefully engineer that overnight team to make sure this happens, because I do want those candies. I want those candies. Yeah, I want those candies. So I might have to engineer that to make sure that happens. But for now, that is where I'm going to wrap things up for today. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, YT Husky Star, JP Barty, Rogue Bastion, Josh Garrett, and SDK Posse. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so for as little as $1 per month by clicking that subscribe plus or join button right below this video. You can also find the links to my Ko-Fi, my live stream channels, and the Discord where you can come hang out with us, talk about Pokemon, sleep, and a bunch of other fun stuff. But other than that, y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes.